Well, hi everybody. Remember last week when I told you that pride comes before a fall? Well, proof positive. I had 3 really good days and then the weekend hit. Um, Friday night went out with my daughter. I maintained pretty well that night. We went to a Mexican restaurant. I got my margarita. Probably ate more chips than I should have. But I got a chicken fajita with no tortilla. I asked them to bring me whole beans instead of the refried beans. I didn't eat the rice they brought. I did have guacamole, but it was a small serving, and I'm thinking it was about 2 tablespoons that I ate. I tracked everything. I still came up with some with points that were over, which I had planned for Friday night. Did well Friday. Saturday, I forget exactly now what I did on Saturday, but it wasn't good. I went over points on Saturday. You know, I've been doing really good during the day, and it's at night around dinner time when I seem to go off the rails lately. Not tonight. I've already have dinner cooked for tonight. I cooked it last night, actually, so I could stay on track. That might be what I'm going to need to do. I've done very good today. Yesterday, again, it was snowing like crazy here, and my daughter doesn't have internet here, so I had to go someplace else to use my internet. And I did during dinner, I did well, and then she wanted dessert. Well, then I caved. So it was a very good dessert. We split a piece of cheesecake and a piece of chocolate cake, but I tracked it. I may have tracked more points than I needed to, but I did it to be on the safe side. I'm all out of weeklies for this week. Weigh-in this Thursday. Right now, I'm up a couple pounds from my weigh-in on last Thursday. According to what I weighed in today. But I have done very well today, and it's my goal for the rest of the week to stay the course. So the difference now in me is that when I sort of go off the rails, or I know that I'm having a bad day, the difference before is that I would stay off the rails. Now I'm able to hone it back in, so that I get right back on track. And I am trying to keep my eyes on the prize. I still have those size 10 jeans hanging up in my room, so that's the first thing I see when I walk in there. And there's another goal. I'm going to be seeing a friend later this year that I haven't seen in over 40 years that I want to be able to look good for. So those are my two goals this year right now. So, but like I said, now I'm able to rein it back in and get right back on track. No more eating out. We decided last night that was it, because neither one of us can afford it anymore, and we're just gonna stay the course. Grocery shopping and eating here more healthy. So anyway. Like I said, I've only had 5 points today, and I'm getting hungry. I just texted my daughter to see when she's going to be home. I made sloppy joes with turkey meat, a recipe that I found from another YouTuber who goes by the name of Weight Watcher Girl 1. And this was an older video of hers that I found, this sloppy joe recipe that I really, really like. So I had to tweak it a little bit because I didn't have the 99% fat-free turkey. I had the 93/7%. So I tweaked it, but it's 2 points per serving. And according to this recipe, it makes 14 half-cup servings. So, you know, that's good. I might have one sloppy joe on a bun and then just another with some turkey meat. Probably going to throw some avocado with it, so I get some fat, and a piece of fruit. I have some more asparagus I'm going to cook up. So that's going to be our dinner tonight, and that'll be plenty. I have popcorn here, the 94% fat-free popcorn, the Smart Pop. That is 3 points per bag. That if I have the points tonight, I might do that. So I have to tell you, I've been sort of lax in getting my YouTube videos up there. For a while, I was getting one up every single day. I'm having really bad technology problems. My phone is pooping out. So tomorrow, my daughter doesn't need to go to school tomorrow, so we're going to go to Sprint and see if I can get an upgrade on my phone. It's to the point where it's always telling me there's no storage on it, even though there is. I can't upload anything. I can't download anything. And it's just being a real pain in the butt. So decided maybe it's just time for another phone. I've had this one. It's an iPhone 6s Plus, so that tells you how long I've had it. They've probably, I think they're on a 10 now, which, I'm not one to go changing a phone every time new technology comes out. I don't see the need to, but it's to the point where I can't even back it up now, up to the clouds. So I'm going to have the Sprint store do that for me. So I don't lose my contacts or my photos. My photos are what I'm most worried about losing, because I have a lot of them of my husband and my son on there that I don't want to lose. So anyway, that's kind of been my deal. I haven't been able to get anything up because I haven't had the technology, and then my daughter doesn't have internet here. So when I do upload this, what I'm doing right now, I have to hotspot it to my phone to get it up. So that's kind of where I'm at. And that's all I have to say, you guys. Keep at it. I want to be an inspiration to you, and I haven't been a very good inspiration to myself lately. So, like I said, I had some really good days last week. Then the weekend hit, and I don't know why usually I've been pretty good on the weekends, and this weekend I just wasn't. So I don't know, just because it's just snowing and snowing and snowing, and it's supposed to snow for the next 8 days. Tough for me to get out. It's tough for my daughter took my car today because it's bigger, a little easier for her to maneuver in the streets down here, or up here, I should say. But people, I am so sick of winter. I am sick of the snow, and I know up here in the Pacific Northwest, especially, they rely on the snowfall to help with their water resourcing, and I understand that, but I'm just really tired of being in snow. I can't wait till spring, and where I can feel fresh air and smell the air and smell the fresh cut grass and flowers, and just, I think it'll lift my spirits. I've been so tired. I haven't been doing anything to make myself tired, and I just think it's the winter getting to me. I've got the winter blahs, and for some reason this year it's worse than what it's been other years. I don't know what it is, but I'm just tired of winter. It's hard. I can't take the dogs for a walk because the sidewalks aren't in good enough shape. I can't go for a walk because it's so icy out. As a matter of fact, when we got home last night, my daughter dropped me off right in front of the house because there was no parking here. And she parked on the street because she was afraid I was going to fall. And I fell one day last week into a snowbank, and was really an ice bank. But it's not good. So once the weather breaks, I know I'm going to feel better. I'll feel more energized. When I was back in Ohio had a warm January, and I was able to go to the park and walk almost every single day. So I'm hoping for the same thing up here, because like I said, I'm up here till June, so I know eventually the weather's going to get better. I'm getting anxious. Is anybody else getting anxious for the spring to hit? And now I've been watching the weather report, and I understand that there's another real big cold blast coming to the Midwest. I think the really bad cold weather is gonna miss us here in the Pacific Northwest. But I feel so sorry for the people back at home that have been, since the beginning of February, just been dealing with a bitter, bitter cold. So, anyway, I'm gonna try to get my subscriber and channel shout outs done sometime this week. I normally do them on Sunday or Saturday, and I haven't been able to get around to it. I'm hoping once my phone situation is taken care of this week, that I can get the iPhone or the iMovie loaded back up on it, and everything will work for me. So that's what my deal is right now. I'm getting up what I can when I can. So stick with me, people. Please don't subscribe or dislike anything just because I haven't been real regular. I'm just telling you, I've had technology issues that I'm really trying to get ironed out. So anyway, I haven't sat down to do my meal planning yet. I'm going to do that with my daughter sometime this week to make my grocery list. So we're going to grocery shop on Friday. And so I'll let you know what we come up with. I've been watching meal prep videos again just to kind of get motivated to do that. I was very successful when I was meal prepping, and also when I was doing the meal planning, and just did everything for the week. I didn't do it for a whole month. I did it for a week. But so we're going to see what I can do, and I'm going to eat out of the pantry as much as I have. I know Kat over on Cannon Point's doing a sweet potato challenge right now. I have tons of sweet potatoes here because I can them when they come into season. So I'm looking to get maybe maybe I'll get some of those out for tonight. I have I bet 24 quarts of sweet potatoes that I brought up with me. So she suggested that for maybe some calcium and some extra nutrients. So a friend of my daughter's wants me to make him a sweet potato pie. While I'm here, I might do that just to unload my sweet potatoes. I think I'm going to can them again. I didn't really care for the texture after they were canned. So I like doing the white potatoes that way because it's an easy fix for dinner. I'm not quite sure what I feel about the sweet potatoes. So once I drained them, and then I roasted them, and I liked them better that way than just draining them and throwing them in a pan to warm. So maybe I'll do that. Do some roasted sweet potatoes tonight too. I'll just see where my points are going to sit later. But right now I'm sitting at 5 points. I'm pretty good for the day. I've only had breakfast. It's getting close to dinner time, so I'm probably not going to have lunch. I'll probably have a piece of fruit just to snack on because I'm getting hungry. So anyway, let me know how you guys are doing. Did you do well over the weekend? I hope you had a better weekend than I did points wise. I loved spending time with my daughter, so to me that's priceless. But I could have done better watching the points. And the thing of it is, I am conscious of the decisions that I'm making. It's not like I'm saying, oh, nobody's forcing this food down my throat. So I'm very conscious of what I'm doing. So it's just bad choices that I made. We'll see what the scale does the rest of the week. So you guys have a great night, and hopefully I'll be talking to you soon on a new device. Bye-bye.